What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining me today. I'm Rush for Rush Voorhis Outdoors. This is Cody Fergan, the fishing partner, the walleye wizard. Hell Crick coming up next. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I always feel like... Can you understand what I'm saying when I say thanks for joining us today?
I can.
Okay.
Just because I've heard it.
I can barely do it half the time.
I can't even understand what's up.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining us today. This tournament, Hell Crick, was, for lack of better words, our worst tournament.
To say the least. Pre-fishing, we went out there. We had an idea of what we were going to do. We stuck with that kind of all the way throughout the day. Started out early. We tried to go north. Figured it would turn something up. Totally the wrong idea.
Yeah, and I think we actually got skunked pretty much the entire morning of that first pre-fish day, which
For sure.
isn't very good for us because the tournament is in the morning, not the afternoon. So we really didn't find much at all that first pre-fishing day, but towards the end that afternoon, we really started to dial them in shallow. We found a shallow bite there the first 2 days of pre-fishing, and we kind of capitalized on that.
We did. We stuck with worms. We had an idea that worms were going to be the bite. It's kind of that midsummer to late summer transition. We were wondering if walleye were still going to be shallow, if they were going to move out deep. Either way, we figured we'd go out with bottom bouncers. Threw out some worms. Like Rush said, we got around that afternoon bite. Things started to pick up. They started biting. It was all species too. It was perch, it was bass, it was walleye.
Pike, yeah, we caught a lot of different species. That first day pre-fishing was actually a pretty good day of overall fishing in general. We found them anywhere from 8 feet to probably 17, 16 feet.
Yeah, I think we even caught some as shallow as maybe 3-4 feet, as close to the bank as we could be without putting the troller into the dirt. So.
Exactly, yeah, and we actually, I think, did that a couple times. So
you gotta get there.
Yeah, you gotta get in the dirt sometimes. But yeah, we were just kind of following that shallow water bite that we have kind of been following all tournament long. The only deep water bite we had all tournament was in Crooked Creek. I think we were fishing 24 feet?
I think it was 22 to 26 or 28 feet.
That was pretty much the only tournament we fished deep in. And like I said, we found a shallow water bite, day 1, day 2 pre-fish, and it was definitely there. Like, we found some fish shallow. Our biggest walleye was 25 inches on that kitch jig in 2 feet of water. Granted, it was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which doesn't, once again, do us very much good, because we got to be back at the boat dock weighed in. But we did find a shallow water bite, and we actually had a conversation day 2 pre-fish that night that we confirmed to ourselves that shallow was the way to go. Shallow was where we wanted to be, and shallow with bottom bouncers was going to be our day 1 spread. That was what we pretty much convinced ourselves on. We heard other people going out deep. We found some of our buddies were catching consistent 20 inchers. I'm not quite sure where they were catching them. They said they were kind of shallower a little bit, but...
There was also some boats that were out as deep as 30. Same idea. They were going bottom bouncers. Deep, shallow. We found it shallow. They found it deep. I know there's a couple teams that went out and caught fish the first day thinking their method was good. Second day didn't turn out so well. So kind of same thing happened with us. Just so happened that neither of our good days was tournament days.
Exactly, yeah, and that's the thing. You got to find the fish during the tournament days, during the tournament hours. So that's kind of that. And we talked to a bunch of people, and they said the bite was just switching left and right. It really wasn't a very consistent bite any way you put it. And we definitely found that out too. That shallow water bite went non-existent day 1 and day 2 of the tournament. And we ended up catching pretty much the only walleye during our turn. We caught a bunch of walleye during the tournament, but they were all small. They were all itty bitties, nothing above 14. We were in the race for wee walleye. What was it, day 1?
Yeah, day 1, I think we were at 7.5.
We caught a 7.25 inch walleye, 7 3/4, and we were beat out by 1/4 of an inch, which is our luck. That's happened. That's happened twice on wee walleye this year, and once on a carp and once on the big walleye. So you win some, you lose some. That's how she goes. But that day one tournament actually wasn't a horrible day. We did catch a lot of fish. Just
caught a bunch of fish. We caught
nowhere
bass,
walleyes.
like I was saying, we caught northern. Caught a couple perch towards the end of the day too. Just couldn't catch anything weighable for walleye. And I mean, we were in the right spot. There was 3-4 other boats around us the whole day. We even moved maybe a few miles back towards the bay from where we were, and there was boats all along shore. We knew a couple of them or noticed a couple of them, and they put up some weight, good weight.
And after chatting with them when we got to the boat dock, turns out a lot of teams were pulling crankbaits when we were pulling bottom bouncers. Just kind of luck of the draw, I guess. We didn't pull any crankbaits.
Yeah, I think it was pick your poison kind of deal.
We pretty much pulled cranks for maybe an hour, maybe. We really didn't even touch crankbaits all tournament season long. That really wasn't one of the methods that we had gotten dialed.
No.
We pretty much throughout the entire season had vertical jigging and bottom bouncers. Pretty much the two easiest tactics. But we did get them dialed. Unfortunately, we just couldn't put anything together.
I think the only tournament that we had any success with jigging was really Rock Creek. I mean, we caught probably 30 fish jigging, but we only weighed 3 walleyes.
It only weighed 3 walleyes. So.
But that was where we found the walleyes at Rock Creek was jigging.
Yeah.
We even tried it here at this tournament for a few hours early in the morning. We threw some shiver minnows as well. We heard that maybe they were the trick. A few teams used them. Both of those teams put up weight.
They put up a bunch of weight.
So we went out, gave it a shot. Didn't get any bites. We even went back to jigging for a little bit.
But the shiver minnow and that whole jig and wrap method is one that I've never personally caught a walleye on that. I've caught 4 Cisco's on that method, but never a walleye. So it's always tough going into that tournament, trying to get that bite, trying to find that bite with a method you really have never done before. So you win some, you lose some. The weekend before went to Cooney and ended up blasting them on some bottom bouncers. So maybe that kind of threw off our whole concept with a little bit.
We were pretty locked on bottom bouncing.
Yeah, we had lockdown.
And then when we went to Hell Creek for the last tournament, I mean, they were biting right away on bottom bounce, so we got stuck to it.
Yeah, we got stuck. We got glued to that bottom bouncer technique. We even had that discussion the first day of the tournament. Bottom bouncers is what we're doing. We're not looking back. We are committed to 10 feet and in bottom bouncers. That was our exact conversation. You might even see it right here. But we were going big or going home with shallow bottom bouncers. A, we found great success at Canyon Ferry like that. And B, the weather report for Hell Creek was supposed to be windy and big waves. So we kind of put that together.
Day 1 wasn't so bad, but day 2 really came at us. What was it, probably 11 o'clock? I think the waves started coming. The weather was supposed to be called for 30 to 40 mile an hour winds with 45 mile an hour gusts. I don't know that we ever got any of the gusts, but it was a pretty consistent wind. We had 4 to 5 foot waves probably. And all the boats had to battle it. We were pulling bottom bouncers. We did pull some cranks for a little while. It was the right spot. We know there's other teams there that were catching fish.
Boats were catching fish literally around us, like 10, 15 feet around us.
Luck of the draw, It happens.
It happens. And, to be fair, we caught fish. I mean, we caught our fair share of fish. We can't be bummed or disappointed that we didn't catch any fish in this tournament.
Pretty much all 3 of the big fish we caught, we all thought were walleye. It was the right spot. They stayed down. There wasn't any drag squeal thinking it was a pike, but sure enough, 2 of the 3 big ones were pike, and they were good sized pike. I think 34 and another 30 plus. And then out of nowhere, we catch probably close to a state record goldeye.
Yeah. Right where we wanted the big walleye. Right where we thought the big walleye was going to be. Right in the heat of those big waves. We were around like 3 or 4 different boats, and doink, 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 shiner.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? You just got to get your bait in the right target zone.
Oh, we were in the strike zone.
Just got to pray.
It was there. But Just wrong spot, wrong time.
Unless you're Wilcox, you can't pull out 28s every day, I guess. But yeah, no, we definitely could not find a bite if we bought one. And the funniest,
why don't they have that?
The funniest
can we
part
buy 3 bites at the beginning of the tournament?
The funniest part about all of it was the one walleye that we did catch. It was kind of a random catch. We were just floating through like 60 feet of water, and then we found that underwater hump at 30 and touched it, and then bang, fish on.
We were both sitting in our chairs, just drifting across the bay, trying to think of what we're going to do next.
I was moments away from telling Cody, reel these lines up. Let's get to the next point. And yeah, just a random bite, which kind of didn't help anybody put the puzzle pieces together, which is kind of what we needed to do.
It was on a bottom bouncer, so we knew we had something.
Yeah, it didn't help catching, those 9 walleyes first day in 3 feet of water. Just drifting back and forth with no wind. Yeah. Fish on. But yeah, no, this tournament was
humbling.
It was a very humbling tournament, to say the least. At least we didn't finish last. There was one team that got pulled. They pulled out of the tournament. So there was 91 teams overall, I think. There was one double goose egg, I think, right?
Yep.
One double goose egg, and then one team that finished below us. I think they had 1-3-5, and we had 1-5-5. Thank God. Because finishing dead last in the tournament means we're done. We don't come back.
But one spot up. We're
still in it for next year.
Next year we're coming in hot.
Next year is going to be fun. Really dial them in. Get them 32s, 33s, 34s. All in the live well. I know we can fit probably,
at least 3.
We could fit 50 pounds in his live well. So
it'd be a tight fit.
Be a tight fit, though. It's what we're looking for next year. I know Crooked Creek.
I'm already excited.
We got 9 months.
We had 2 good tournaments. We had 2 bad. So you know what? We're batting 500. You can't complain about that for a season. I mean, it was our rookie season. So
to be fair, we did catch 3 over 28. So that's a great hoorah for my book. A lot of teams didn't even touch a fish in the 20-inch range, which is kind of surprising. But, we didn't touch one at all. Hell crick. So
no, we didn't.
What are you supposed to do? But that's the luck of the draw, guys. That's walleye fishing. That's why they call it fishing and not catching.
Exactly. Name of the game.
Yep. But, yeah, final thoughts on the whole deal, Cody.
I was thrilled. Like I was saying, rookie season on the walleye circuit. We actually split the 2 circuits. We did 2 on the Fort Peck series. We did 2 of the Montana circuit. We'll probably try and do at least 1 full, either the Montana circuit or the Fort Peck circuit next year, just so we can see how we place for a full season, I guess. For both of the Montana circuits, I think our average finish was like 16th or 17th. We took 11th and 24th. Definitely can't complain because, the Canyon Ferry tournament was 118 teams. We took 24th. Crooked Creek was 75. We took 11th. So we have an idea. We definitely had a ton of experience that we hadn't had before. I learned more about walleye fishing in the last all of my
2 months
experience this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I've fished for walleye in the past my whole life, but I think actually committing to doing some tournaments and listening to other guys talk, I mean, you learn so much from other people, watching them fish. I mean, and you're not even fishing with them, but you're fishing by them and you can see what they're doing, and just that gives you enough to, maybe we can try this or we can try that. But
that was one of the biggest things too. Day 1 Crooked Creek, we couldn't even get our fish finder to work.
No,
so
it's horrible.
Shout out Rockefellers once again, coming in clutch. But that's just one of the things about this whole community of walleye guys. They're all out there for each other. They're all rooting for each other, and no one's against each other. But it is a competitive spirit, and that's what makes it fun.
It is. It's a blast. I mean, I did a lot of sports growing up, but there's a competitive spirit behind all of it. It gives you the will to keep going. I mean, you always want to better yourself every time. I feel like we did, even though we finished almost dead last in this tournament, I mean, we got the experience, we gained more knowledge. Completely different area of Fort Peck as well, just different fishing strategies. At all 3 places at Fort Peck we fished, Crooked Creek, we did vertical jigging. We had success. Rock Creek, we had success jigging, and we were bottom bouncing at Hell Creek, and we had success at least the first 2 days. So, I mean, different areas, different styles. You just got to learn throughout everything.
And that lake is so big, it's hard to really put a dial on any of those fish for any given amount of time because each part of that lake is different in essence. So, it sure is a journey, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This whole thing definitely taught me a lot as well. Just getting stoked, getting amped for the next one. Crooked Creek, May 5th, 2020. Coming in hot. I don't even know how to prep for it, but we're coming in hot.
We got a fish finder this time. We have knowledge of where we're at.
I'm tired of getting beat by a 15-year-old.
That's you, Owen.
Yeah, shout out the Wilcox once again. This whole walleye thing was a blast. Definitely one of the funnest summers I've had in a long time.
By far.
Targeting walleyes is definitely a fun task, and I would challenge any one of you to get out in there and do it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. It wasn't much for a Hell Creek tournament, but next year, we're coming back hot. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have not already, guys, take it easy.